Hello people of YouTube. I am here with a review of the NECA Godzilla King of the Monsters, Mothra. This is the second entry in the Godzilla King of the Monsters line by NECA, and many people have been actually really wondering if to get this or not. Where do I stand? Well, let's take a look. But I actually have to thank somebody. Thanks to my sister for providing me with this figure. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have gotten this figure. And actually another one that's coming on the way. Hopefully relatively soon, at least. So yeah, thank you. So Mothra is a really different figure compared to the rest of the NECA Godzilla line. In terms of like the sculpt, it looks similar to what we saw in the movie. But there are some slight differences. For example, in the movie, her face was normally much more white. Here, it's much more brown with a black wash. Kinda reminds me of the color of cookie dough, if you will. Which isn't a bad thing. Cookie dough's really good. But, yeah, for some reason, the color reminds me a lot of cookie dough. But, we have her tiny, beady head. Like, this is more to do with the design, but I was really confused when I first saw the design. Like, those are some big wings, but Mothra herself is really tiny. But, yeah, moving along with the detail, we see the little antennas actually sculpted into the body. They're not actually separated, because if they were, they'd probably snap off the first time you touch them. The feet are definitely very well sculpted, very well painted. It's mostly the same color of the brown, black, peachish wash. The abdomen, the abdomen right here with the stinger, very, very somewhat pointy. It's not much to talk about here, but when we get to the wings, that's really where it steals the show. Not only are they casted in a bright orange, black, and white yellow wash all thrown together, with lines kind of blending in together, it's also translucent. If you guys actually look in the movie, it kind of illuminates, kind of colors up. So if you want to put, like, let's say a blue light behind it, you can definitely do that. I probably won't, because I usually just kind of keep my figures on the shelf. But coming to probably the most iconic thing about this Mothra design is the eye, which is said to look like Godzilla's eye. I don't really see Godzilla's eye. If anything, I mostly see, like, a tiger's eye. I don't know why. I just picture a tiger's eye instead of Godzilla's eye. But, like, I don't know. I just don't picture Godzilla's eye. Because if you look on Godzilla's eye, it is kind of fiery orange, but it also have, like, this black-white outline. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know, just something seems a bit off. Like, that's just more of the design itself, not the actual figure. But I don't really see Godzilla's eyes, though. But in terms of sculpt and paint, NECA did an epic job with this. But something to keep a note is that this feels really fragile, so if you were to drop this, like let it fly, keep note this does not fly, you are probably going to break something. So, props to NECA, but I really am scared of this because of how fragile it is. What about articulation? We don't have anything in the head, which is obvious because there's no, because of the size of the head. We have a rotation at the forearm. It is actually a ball joint. You can go kind of in and out a little bit. Sorry if you can see it. Yeah, you can kind of rotate it about that far, about this far up. This back down. And can come out to the side about this much. Same with this one. This one's much more free. These legs don't move at all. They're just more there. The back legs are a lot more movable. You can go, like, wow, you can kick up about that far. Go up about that far if this wing wasn't in the way. Hold on. Can you go a full 360? And the answer is yes, you can. These legs, if you move the wings up, you can go a full 360 with them. And speaking of the wings, these two little wings are on hinges, so you can go downward about yay far and up about yay far. And for the wings, they can go down about, down about this far and up about this far. So definitely, in terms of posability, definitely only like 8 joints in total, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But overall, this is a pretty articulated Mothra, and for my first Mothra figure, definitely one of a kind. I am sad to report that Mothra does not come with any accessories. Ha, gotcha! Yeah, if you guys don't know, Mothra does come with a couple of accessories. She comes with a flight rod that is supposed to kind of support her up, and a cocoon base to support this. So it's really easy to set it up, but first we're going to take a look at this. It is beautiful. The first time I saw this base, I just kind of fell in love with this thing. It is metallic, it's colorful, and it's movie accurate. Like, this is awesome job by NECA. Good sculpt, peg hole really kind of gives it away. But if you just look at it like this looks really beautiful. The rod, nothing really special. It's just a plastic clear rod. But it's easy to set up. All you just need to do is line up the peg hole with the peg and just plug it in. And then here's where you want to be as careful as possible. You see this little groove right here? And you see this little part of the body right there? That goes right there. So you want to line it up right there, and then push as lightly, but at the same time as hard as possible, if you know what I'm talking about. And then, just like that, Mothra is on there. And this is where the problems start to lie. See, this is how every single person's Mothra is going to look. But some people have found another way to kind of pose Mothra. If you guys want to pose Mothra in a different pose, not a flying position, you can actually have her in the cocoon, kind of sitting down. And here's the good thing. See these giant wings? There's actually like little parts in the cocoon where you can kind of have the wings resting, kind of like this, if I can line it up properly, and then have Mothra just kind of chilling in the base, so you can have it like this, which I won't pose it like this, I'll have it up in the air, but this is a really, really, really cool way to have your Mothra. So, for size comparison, we have the NECA 1954 Godzilla and the Bandai Creations King Ghidorah 2001. Obviously, these guys are not in scale. These two are somewhat in scale with each other. He's about 50 meters. I read he was about 49 meters. In terms of height, she is about 15 meters, I've read, and I think about 200, 300 meters wide. Probably not 300, but I read something she's about 200 to 300 meters in terms of wingspan. So yeah, these three look somewhat good together. And here's Mothra compared to what was Mothra in the Alien vs. Godzilla show, what I like to call now Impostora. And as you can see, boy did I need this figure to death, because like, I don't even know what this thing is anymore. And for the last size comparison, and probably the one you guys have been waiting for, the NECA Godzilla 2019 compared to Mothra. And in terms of height, Godzilla is definitely shorter than Mothra on the stand. And in terms of wingspan versus tail length, they're about the same. And just to make sure that this camera illusion is not fooling you, I can definitely confirm they are definitely the same in length and size. Well, you guys know what I mean. So, buy or don't buy. Personally, Mothra is a great figure. It is definitely a nice side piece to Godzilla. And if you don't have Godzilla yet, definitely pick up this Mothra and go with Godzilla after, because if you just buy one or the other, you'll be satisfied, because in my opinion, this is by far the best 2019 Mothra. Better than the Bandai Movie Monster series, and better than the Jakks Pacific. But who knows, maybe the Monster Arts one might prove me wrong, but in all intents and purposes, this Mothra is the best 2019 Mothra by far. So without further ado, I'm going to rate this figure a 9.5 out of 10. The only thing that's stopping me is because of that larva. I really wish that came with that larva, because I was so excited because we're finally going to get that larva. Echo's like, oops, sorry. But, well, we got what we got, so yeah, guys, thank you guys for watching this video. Check out my other content, and I'll see you guys next time.